A very good day to the dentist.
I am Sim Jun Chuan.
We are from Group 8, and today we are presenting about the sustainability level of the official building, GBI non-residential. Next, we are going to the building background. So this building is located at Kuala Lumpur with the site of 1,263 acres and is including 7 floors, and the gross floor area is about 86,028 square meter and is excluding car parking. And for the number of car parks is about 120. So when we're talking about to measure the level of sustainability of a building project, actually they have one of the useful and measurable methods that is suitable and popular to use to measure the sustainability level, which are the ZPI score. And for this building, because it is a non-residential type building, so we will use the guidebook of the Green Building Index Assessment Criteria for Non-Residential New Construction, NRNC. So based on the guidebook of GBI and RNC, there are 6 items that need to be considered for measuring the GBI score for a building project. So for the first one, EE, in this project, we'll consider about EE2, 3, and 4. Following but with the second indoor environment quality EQ, we'll consider EQ4 at 9, 11, and 13. Continue with the sustainable site planning and management SM, we'll consider about SM6, 9, and 12. Followed by the number 4, materials and resources MR, we'll consider about MR1, 2, and 3. Following with the fifth item, water efficiency WE, we are consider WE2, 3, 4, and 5. And lastly, innovation IN, we will consider with the first item, which are IN1.
Hello, my name is Nufara Izzati and I would like to present the existing of this building for the roofing part. For this building, the existing design uses an aluminium roof skylight for roofing. Skylights are used to bring natural light into a room or space and can be opened or closed to control the amount of light entering the building. Aluminium is a popular material for skylights because it is lightweight and durable. However, there are disadvantages to this roofing design. The first disadvantage is noise. Aluminium skylights can amplify outside noise, especially during heavy rain. And second disadvantage, it may leakage. If not installed properly, aluminium skylights may develop leaks over time which can lead to water damage. For greening this building, a solar panel is applied. A solar panel is a device that converts sunlight into electricity. Solar panels are considered sustainable because they generate electricity from a renewable energy source and do not produce any pollution. They do not rely on fossil fuels and do not contribute to climate change. Additionally, solar panels have a long lifespan and require minimal maintenance, making them a cost-effective and a sustainable source of energy. Overall, solar panels are a sustainable and efficient way to generate electricity. They are a great way to reduce carbon footprint and promote sustainable living. The greening design criteria are under Energy Efficiency Item EE4, which is renewable energy, and the scoring for this is 6, and the other greening design criteria are the Sustainable Site Planning and Management Item SM12 for greening and roof, and the scoring is also 6. Moreover, this solar panel design is also under Innovation Item IN1 for Innovation in Design and Environmental Design Initiative, and the scoring is 1. As more and more companies strive to become environmentally sustainable, many are turning to solar power as a way to reduce their carbon footprint and save on energy costs. First, the cost of the actual solar panels themselves depends on the size and type of system needed. On average, the cost per watt for a commercial solar panel system range from RM3 to RM6 in Malaysia. For a standard office building, a system with a capacity of 100 kW will cost 300,000 to 600,000. Despite the initial cost, many companies find that the savings on the energy bills more than make up for the expense. So, while the cost of incorporating solar panels into the design of an office building may seem high at first, it's important to consider the long-term benefits and savings. For lighting, this existing office building uses LED lighting. It is a popular choice for office building because of many benefits. LED lighting is much more energy efficient than traditional incandescent or fluorescent lighting. It uses less electricity to produce the same amount of light, which can result in significant energy savings over time. LED lights have a much longer lifespan than traditional lighting, which means less frequent replacement and maintenance costs. LED lighting is environmentally friendly because it doesn't contain harmful chemicals like mercury and it is recyclable. However, to make it greening building, a motion light sensor is applied to this office building. A motion light sensor is a device that detects movement and automatically turns lights on and off in a sustainable office building. The motion sensor ensures that lights are only on when needed, reducing energy consumption and cost. The motion sensor can create a comfortable and safe environment by automatically turning on lights when someone enters a room and turning them off when the room is empty. The motion sensor helps to reduce energy consumption and carbon emissions, making it an environmentally friendly solution for sustainable office buildings. Overall, the motion sensor technology can be integrated with other systems in the building to improve the overall performance and sustainability of the building. The greening design criteria are under Energy Efficiency Item EE2, which is lighting zoning, and the scoring is 10. As companies look for ways to become more energy efficient and sustainable, one solution that is gaining popularity is the use of motion light sensors in office buildings. The cost of motion light sensor depends on the type and number of sensors needed for the building. On average, a single motion sensor can cost around 150 to 250 ringgit. For a standard office building, a system with 100 sensors would cost 15,000 to 25,000. While the initial cost of motion light sensor in a building design may seem high, the long-term saving on energy bills can be significant. Investing in sustainable design like motion light sensor not only helps the environment but can also be a smart financial decision for the business. Reducing energy consumption and cost, it can also help in reducing the overall operating cost of the building. For metering in this existing office building, an electricity meter is an office building is a device that measures the amount of electricity used by the building. It is typically installed by the utility company and can be read by a meter reader or remotely via a digital interface. The building owner or manager is responsible for paying the utility company for the electricity consumed based on the readings from the meter. For greening this office building, a tenancy submitter is applied to this office building. Tenancy submitters allow for more accurate allocation of electricity cost to individual tenants rather than having the building owner or manager bear the cost of electricity usage across all tenants. By providing tenants with information on their own electricity usage, submitters can encourage them to be more mindful of their energy consumption and take steps to reduce it. Tenancy submitters help to ensure that tenants are only paying for the electricity they actually use rather than being charged a flat rate. Submitters can also be used to monitor energy consumption and identify areas of waste in order to take corrective action and reduce overall energy costs. The greening design criteria are under energy efficiency, item EE3, which is electrical submetering and tenant submetering, and the scoring is 10. Also, this tenancy submitter is under water efficiency, item WE5, which is metering and leak detection system, and the scoring is 6. The cost of tenancy submitter depends on the type and number of submitter needed for the building. On average, a single submitter can cost around 1,000 to 2,000 ringgit. For a standard office building, a system with 100 submitter would cost 100,000 to 200,000 ringgit. By monitoring and managing energy consumption on a tenant-by-tenant basis, it can help in reducing the overall energy consumption and cost of the building.
Salam and hi to the presentation. My name is Tong Jun Hong and I'm going to present the green design in our proposed building, which utilize the ultra low volts and odor pans. In our existing design, we're using the standard volts pan, which is higher odors and it will contribute to the health issue to the workers and it is worse for the environment. Therefore, we propose a new ideal design which utilize the ultra low volts and odor pans, and they have no strong odors and environmental friendly, and the most important thing is they have a long lasting effect. So in this project, it required 250 buckets of pans for the whole building wall, and the purchase price for low volts pan is higher than the standard volts pan. So after calculate the fees for the standard volts pan is about 53,075 ringgit, and the low volts pan, the total cost is about 72,200 ringgit. So the cost comparison for both design is about 19,125 ringgit. So we will choose the low volts pan in terms of the sustainability, as it provides a better air quality and less odor and less toxicity and better for the environment. So in terms of the scoring, we got the minimum IAQ, which is indoor environment quality, for the ozone, which is 0.05 ppm according to the rate in Asia 62.1 2007. And also we use the low volts pan in our whole building wall in our project. So for the material resources, we choose the supplier which is limited to within 500 km of the project site, and also we use the material with recycled content, which is 1/2 of the pre-consumer content constitute. So they got 2 points, so total 4 points.
One of the key aspects of designing a sustainable office building is the use of recycled materials, and one such example is the use of waste pellets. Before implementing the use of waste pellets in our building, the traditional approach was to simply dispose of them as waste. By using waste pellets, we can reduce the creation of waste and also reduce the negative impact. Using waste pellets as a sustainable design element in our building office has a number of cost benefits. For example, using recycled waste pellets to create furniture instead of purchasing new furniture can save us approximately 50,000 ringgit until 100,000 ringgit. This is because we use waste materials instead of spending on furniture that is not environmentally friendly. Approach aligns with the GBI tools, which is MR1 materials, reuse and selection. GBI encourages the reuse of building materials and products to reduce the demand for virgin materials and reduce the creation of waste. This serves to reduce the environmental impact associated with the extraction and processing of virgin resources. By integrating building design and its buildability with the selection of reused building materials, we take into account their embodied energy, durability, carbon content, and life cycle costs. And where used products or materials constitute more than 5% of the project's total material cost value, it will contribute towards achieving the GBI score. This approach aligns with GBI criteria and helps us towards achieving a sustainable and environmentally friendly office building. GBI criteria included for this design are materials reuse and selection, recycled content materials, and sustainable timber. So the total number of GBI scoring for using waste pellet is 5. The conversion of our normal parking lot into a green parking lot specifically designed for electric vehicles. As you know, transportation is a major contributor to air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Before using green vehicle parking, this building only used normal parking. The normal and existing parking lot in our building was a typical asphalt lot with no consideration for sustainability. To make this building more sustainable, we aim to provide preferred for electric vehicles to encourage people to use them. By promoting the use of electric vehicles, we can significantly reduce the environmental impact of transportation, which can reduce air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. We want to do our part to promote the use of electric vehicles and make it easier for the employees and visitors to charge their vehicles. So, we decided to convert our parking lot into a green parking lot specifically designed for electric vehicles. We installed a total of 8 charging stations which are available for use by anyone visiting or working in the building. The transformation of our normal parking lot into a green parking lot specifically designed for electric vehicles is just one of the many changes we made in our sustainable office building project. It helped us to achieve GBI's green vehicle priority, which aims to reduce the carbon footprint of buildings by encouraging the use of low-emitting and fuel-efficient vehicles. Also, it helped us to achieve other GBI's criteria, which are public transportation access and parking capacity. So, the total number of GBI scoring for green vehicle parking is 4. Life cycle costing for green vehicle. Incorporating a green vehicle parking system into our building office design has several cost benefits. Firstly, the installation of charging stations for electric vehicles will attract environmentally conscious users, potentially increasing the value of the building. This can lead to a higher return on investment in the long term. However, a rough estimate of the cost of installing a single charging station is around 10,000 ringgit. So the total cost for 8 charging stations is approximately 80,000 ringgit. Another change we made to our building was to implement QLAS next. Before we started the construction of our building, we were using the traditional construction process with no consideration for sustainability and quality. We were only focused on completing the project. However, as we progressed through the construction process, we realized that the traditional construction process had a negative impact on the environment. We needed to find a way to improve the sustainability of our building, and that's when we discovered QLASI. QLASI is a quality assessment system for building construction developed by the CIDB of Malaysia. It was a method to measure and evaluate the quality of building construction work based on construction industry standards. It is used to achieve the quality of workmanship in construction works. It is used to make this building more sustainable since it enables quality to be managed and controlled throughout the project lifetime during the project planning and construction stage. It also helps us to set targets for energy and water efficiency, waste management, indoor environmental quality, and other aspects of sustainable construction. Additionally, by using GBI of SM6, which is especially for QLASI, we are able to ensure that the building construction process is in line with the sustainability requirement. We were able to improve the energy efficiency of our building, reduce the environmental impact of construction, and create a healthier indoor environment for the employees and visitors. So the total number of GBI scoring for QLASI is 1. Firstly, the QLASI assessment will help ensure that the construction process meets high standard for quality, efficiency, and sustainability. This can lead to a reduction in costly mistakes and rework during the construction phase, which can result in significant cost savings. The cost of implementing the QLASI assessment system will depend on the size of the building and the complexity of the construction.
So, the existing glazing type in this building project is single glass. The single glass that has one advantage compared to another type of glass, relatively cheap. But at the same time, it also brings a lot of disadvantages. So for the first one, it's having high light transmission. And the second one, it has the poor noise reduction. And at the same time, it cannot reduce ultraviolet radiation. Indirectly, it means that it cannot control the heat that transfer from the external environment enter through the internal of the building. Next, we come with the greening glazing type that has been used in this building project, which is double glazing. So compared to single glass, the double glazing is relatively expensive. But at the same time, it brings a lot of advantages, such as strong noise reduction and effectively reduce the ultraviolet radiation. And at the same time, it can control the heat inside the building. So, the GBI score for the EQ items that already existing in this building by using the single glazing, which are EQ at 1 score, EQ 11 1, EQ 13 1, and for the total score of 3. At the same time, for the greening GBI score that applying double glazing in this building project, there are EQ 8 for 2 marks, EQ 9, EQ 11, and EQ 13 have 1 marks relatively. So the total score of the double glazing is 5 marks. For the costing part, it shows that the double glazing have take more cost compared to the single glazing. This is because the material fee of the double glazing is more expensive compared to single glazing, which is 1 centimeter square required for 630 ringgits. But it also doesn't show any repair or maintenance fee. This is because double glazing cannot be maintained or replaced. It only can be replaced. So the replace fee is the same as the material fee. So in this conclusion, the double glazing costs more compared to single glazing, although it brings a lot of advantages. So now we come to the existing water flowing system in this building project, which is water supply system. Under this system, the water stored in the underground tanks and it only supplied to different floors when it's pumped to elevated tanks. So the water will immediately drain out of the building from the water pipes and flow down the ditches after the water is being used. So now let us talk about the greening water flowing system in this project building, which is grey and black water recycling system. So in this system, actually it's the evaluation based on the water supplying system. But what's the difference is, when the used water is being used, it will be collected through the water pipe into another water storage. And after the filtration and disinfection system, the used water will be reused for the sustainable purpose, such as flushing water at the toilet or watering the plant. So now come with the GBI score for WE for the water flowing system existing in this building project, which is the water supplying system. It considers 2 marks from the WE4 and WE5, so it has a total score of 2. At the same time, the greening system, which is a grey and black water recycling system, have considered 3 items in WE, which WE3, 4, and 5, and these 3 items, they get 2 marks respectively. So the total score for the grey and black water recycling system have 6 marks. So now we come to the costing part. So it's very obvious that the total fee for the grey and black water recycling system is more lower compared to the water supplying system, which is so the total fee of 59,200. This is probably because the water bill under this system only costs 10,000 per year. But refer to the water supplying system, the water bill cost for per year is about 35,000 ringgit. So since the grey and black water recycling system promote the person inside the building to use the recycled water and reuse the water for the sustainability purpose, so it can help to reduce the water bill cost per year.
Next is we propose the green design, which is the waterless drainer, as waterless drainer is an advanced technology nowadays and suitable for our proposed building. So in our existing building, we apply the traditional drainer, and which require a separate water supply to flush the urine, and also it is expensive in terms of the costing. So we propose to utilize the waterless drainer as it can reduce the maintenance cost and no need separate water supply, and also it is auto control and environmental friendly. And the most important thing is this is saving cost in terms of the water bills, as it is expensive and play a main role in our building. So in this project, it requires 15 units of the urinal and all the male toilet for the whole building. And the purchase price for the waterless urinal is higher than the traditional urinals. And the total cost for the traditional urinal is about 74,500, and the waterless urinal is about 105 and 500 ringgit Malaysia. And the cost comparison for the both design is about 13,500, and we will choose the waterless urinal as it is a fully recycled product and save water and energy consumption, no more harmful chemicals, and also reduce blockers and no more urinal flooding in the toilet. So in terms of the scoring, we recycle the water which is straight and recycle the water from 30% of the wastewater, and we're using the efficient fitting in all the toilets, which can reduce annual potable water consumption by 15%. And material resources is we propose innovation in design and environmental, and which is apply the waterless urinal for all male toilets. Thank you. So total for 5 points. So now I'm going to present the GBI tool that utilized in our project, which is the Green Building Index, and there are about 6 assessment criteria of the GBI tool. And the first one is energy efficiency. We successfully improved from 14 to 13, and the indoor environment quality from 5 to 9. As for the sustainable planning and management from 7 to 11, and the material resources for 4 to 11, as we mostly using the recycled material in our proposed building. And for the water efficiency, we've successfully improved from 4 to 16. It is quite a huge improvement, as we mostly utilize the recycled product, which is like the waterless urinal. And also the special for this innovation is we from 0 to 2, and we utilize the advanced technology, which is the waterless urinal. And this is the overall comparison before and after, which is from 13.4 we improved to 79. And according to the GBI classification, for the score 79 is category as the gold GBI rating. And for the future improvement, we're gonna to upgrade and improve our score from 79 to at least 86 to achieve the platinum GBI rating. That's all for our group. Thank you.